Hi, I'm Nick and I like comics.
And I'm Adam and I know comics.
Welcome to another episode of Imperius Arcs, where we cover story arcs and other comic-related tidbits to better inform and nerdify the world.
Today we're going over the final part of Marvel's 1984 Secret Wars. In an effort to keep this one short, I've decided to only go over the highlights.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So to begin, when we last saw our heroes, they were standing in fear and awe of Galactus as he prepared his device to aid him in devouring this battle world that they're fighting on.
The X-Men are fighting off golf ball-like devices that Galactus is throwing at them, while the Avengers head in to offer them some assistance. Mr. Fantastic makes a realization about how odd it is that all of the beings transported to fight one another are from Earth, except one, Galactus.
The fight carries on as the Avengers arrive to help out the X-Men. Sensing Mr. Fantastic's thoughts, Galactus transports Mr. Fantastic to his home so that they can talk. When Mr. Fantastic returns, he tells the heroes of their conversation, and that he is as much of a force of the universe as Galactus is, according to Galactus.
Mr. Fantastic is convinced that they should just let Galactus win, so the Beyonder can cure him of his unlimited hunger, thus saving countless lives in the future. Most of the Avengers disagree, including their now acting leader, Captain America. He decides they need to fight.
Back at Doom Base, Dr. Doom has completely dismantled Claw, leaving him in pieces like so much deli ham on a counter. It would be kind of gross, except Claw is supposed to be solidified sound, so I guess it's okay.
The heroes fight Galactus, and Mr. Fantastic changes his mind and decides to command the attack himself, yelling strategies at them during the battle. They destroy Galactus' world-eating machine, but he escapes to his home base only to devour it and charge up and attempt to eat the planet otherwise.
Then through some science-y, magic-y something or other, Doom attempts to steal this charged power for himself through the dissection of Claw. End of issue 9?
In issue 10, the heroes witness the great surge of power as it's stolen from Galactus and delivered instead to Dr. Doom, granting him near omniscience as well as many other indescribable powers.
Captain America sends Captain Marvel to spy on Doom, but he notices. Captain America and Wolverine argue about Magneto, Wolverine pointing out that Cap has never fought in favor of a mutant.
Dr. Doom, now filled with power, decides to take matters straight to the Beyonder. Mr. Fantastic insists that the only way to survive is if Doom gives up on the Beyonder and enlists the aid of Galactus.
Doom is easily defeated by the invisible force of the Beyonder, but as he appears before the heroes, Doom gives a rallying speech about how the Beyonder now fears him. Magneto reaches out in agreement with Doom, but hesitates, and is then tackled by the Avengers. Cap defends Magneto, saying that he appeared to stop himself from allying with Doom before Hawkeye and Colossus attacked him.
There's an odd scene as Doom realizes he may be defeated when the Beyonder scans Doom and essentially reads the history of his character through Doom's eyes. The whole place starts falling down around the heroes when Cap and Wolverine decide to release all the villains out of their cells. Wolverine points out that maybe Cap is a savior of all different types of people, and Cap makes a great remark about, some of my best friends are people.
It's funny. All of a sudden, a great light descends upon the heroes, and it appears to be Doom. He was successful in defeating the Beyonder after all. He shrinks down from a giant godlike form and reassures the heroes that the war is finally over. Yay!
In issue 11, the recently released villains begin to get really annoyed that Doom seems so chummy with the heroes. In an attempt to prove himself, Molecule Man attacks Doom, only to witness Doom show him the secrets of the universe and reveals to him that Molecule Man is even more powerful than he already knows.
The heroes discuss what they know, while the villains meet back at Volcano's apartment in what is left of Denver, Colorado, on this smushed up planet. Then Molecule Man just picks up the whole city and decides to go home.
All of a sudden, a fancy light streaks into the Avengers' base and hits Hulk, causing him to sleepwalk. Spider-Woman runs into him, and the strange light is transferred to her. Unknowingly, she walks towards the disembodied head of Claw.
Weird. The heroes are alerted to her strange behavior when they notice a note from Doom requesting their presence at the Doom Tower, a giant structure that he has just made. So naturally, they can go ahead and visit Dr. Doom.
Doom attempts to prove to them that now he is he's not such a bad guy. He brings back Kang the Conqueror from the dead and then proceeds to send him back to his own time. He offers to do something for the heroes, but Captain America declines. As they're leaving Doom's lair, Cap notices Spider-Woman has gone missing.
When he goes back to look for her, Cap finds himself making conversation with Doom about rescuing his mother's spirit. Claw is ambushed by Spider-Woman. He easily takes her down and proceeds to tell Doom and Cap where she is.
Doom claims he has transcended regular human wants and desires, but Cap doesn't trust that this is the case. He points out to the gathered heroes that the first thing Doom did with his power was return his scarred face to normal. The heroes then vote that they mustn't let Doom carry out whatever plot he has planned because they think he can still be villainous.
Then crack! Issue 11 ends with a bang, as the heroes are struck down by something?
Issue 12 starts off with the narrator explaining that everyone is dead. 21 souls, to be exact. Doom has killed the heroes. All of them.
The scene changes back to the group of villains riding Denver, Colorado, all the way back to Earth, or something. Enchantress summons a water spirit to basically re-explain the beginning of the story again. Enchantress forces her to tell her something new, and the spirit explains that the Beyonder is near Doom and just biding his time.
The villains proceed to fight amongst each other while Molecule Man sincerely claims he can get them all home. Molecule Man imprisons Doc Ock in concrete and catches Enchantress in the act of harming Volcana when the lizard slashes her in the face.
Back at Doom Base, Claw reveals to a sleepy Dr. Doom that the village healer that has been flirting with the Human Torch and Colossus managed to bring all the heroes back from the dead while he was sleeping. Claw suggests that maybe deep down, Dr. Doom subconsciously didn't want them dead.
The heroes proceed to attack Doom Base once again while fighting off every possible combination of monstrous things. Captain America manages to get inside the base to confront Doom once more. Dr. Doom fires omnipotent rays at Cap, killing him. But Cap keeps coming back for more.
Interesting. Doom crumbles to the ground as the Beyonder strikes and reclaims his power. He then disappears along with Doom and Claw. The heroes then bury the poor healer because she had sacrificed herself to save them all.
The heroes resume trying to find a way home while the X-Men squabble about who will be the leader when they return home. Hulk has to use a leg brace for his injured leg, and Spider-Man still can't figure out why his new black suit is just so weird.
The heroes begin to realize that the residual powers from the omnipotent Doom makes their strongest wishes come true, or something. Cap repairs his shield by just wishing it hard enough. Professor X has a great moment with Colossus when he tells him to quit moping around and just come home with them.
Yeah, he says that the village healer, Zaji's sacrifice would be in vain if Colossus didn't bother to live. She-Hulk announces she's taking the Thing's place in the Fantastic Four because he's just going to stay on the planet, since he can will himself to just be plain old Ben Grimm whenever he wants.
The series ends with the heroes being transferred to a vessel where they then get teleported back home, leaving Ben Grimm, the Thing, behind.
Man, this comic is nuts.
Super nuts. And while this comic is bonkers and not very good, we do highly recommend the 2015 Secret Wars by Jonathan Hickman. It's amazeballs.
Hickman's Secret Wars is awesome. We also recommend the Marvel Now Avengers and New Avengers, which lead into Secret Wars. Don't forget to connect with us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
And until next time, I'm going to sleep very good, knowing that I don't have to talk about this comic event ever again.